What's up, everybody? It's your boy Larry Howard, LH Fitness Solutions, strength conditioning coach and personal trainer. We are here today and I'm starting my vlog, which I'm going to be discussing and taking you through my journey of Squatober. Today is day one. I'm going to show you how I calculate my metrics in terms of what lifts I'm doing. If you guys haven't already, be sure to like, comment, and subscribe. Follow my YouTube channel to make sure that you're following me and connecting with me so that I can continue to bring you guys this great content. So I'm going to take you through my pre-squat routine, and I'm also going to show you how I calculate my percentages in terms of what I'm actually lifting for Squatober as we go through this pens and paper challenge. Got a nice group of people who are trying to do this with me. It's going to be a really good time. I did it last year, added about maybe 20 pounds to my back squat. So it's a really fun challenge, but I do recommend that if you are new to squatting, that you do not do this, that you get the mechanics down first and then pick it up and join us for Squatober. All right, stay tuned, let's get to it.
All right, so before I hit my squats, I typically like to warm up with glute abduction and adduction. Just to warm up the glutes, the abductors, and the adductors, just to make sure everything is nice and firing off. Sometimes it can be turned off. A lot of us, because we sit down most of the day, they're not turned on properly. You want to kind of heat up the oven before you start cooking. So I like to do usually about 50 pounds, really rep it out for a high range. We're looking at maybe about 20 to 30 reps for 3 to 4 sets. I like to hit that for both abduction and adduction. Sometimes if I'm not using one of these machines, I'll put mini bands around and I'll just go through mini band walks side to side, and monster walk also helps to fire off the glutes as well. I'm only wearing flip-flops because I'm changing in my squatting shoes. Sit straight back. Chest up tall, butt down. Feel the burn. Don't skip the warm-up. Just rep it straight out. Straight through. Going through. Alright. Made it through. Now we go, and I'm going to take my massage gun, really hit these legs, really get them nice and warmed up, and we're going straight to squats. Let's get it.
Okay, so for Squatober, typically what I like to do is begin by warming up, doing some tissue work on my legs. I use a Hypervolt or the 8 Pro. What this does is it gives me a chance to work on any trigger points, really warm up the legs. I typically like to either foam roll or use a massage gun, specifically because it creates warmth, it creates heat, as opposed to doing static stretches, which primes the muscles and gets you ready for your next lift. All right, guys, so next thing I'm gonna do is get my legs nice and warmed up. We're gonna use a massage gun. Typically, I like to go with the flat or the ball head. As you can see right here, starting to get sweat in my eyes. And I really wanna get all aspects of the quad and the hamstring to make sure that I am working out any trigger points, because I want full range of motion as I get started. Typically, sometimes your hip flexor can be a little tight in your squats, depending on your form. The things you figure out as you go on in time. I'm gonna flex it a little bit. As you can see, just warming up the tissue, making sure I have full range of motion. So getting it ready for work. Yep. Nice and warm. Really hit right around the insertions. Yeah. Get the IT band a little bit. Show it some love. The vastus lateralis, which is the outer quad. Rectus femoris. Vastus medialis. Getting all of those groups. Your bicep and femoris. Make sure you're hitting the hamstrings. I also hit gastroc, memmius, and soleus for our calves. Make sure all are nice and warm. You can either do this or foam roll. I choose to do this because I find that this, most of the cases, are quicker. And I notice I have better range of motion when I do this religiously. I developed this program and this warm-up last year when I actually did Squatober last year, and it helped me get through it without injury, and also, like I said, increased my squat max, which was pretty cool. Hitting these hamstrings up. Yep, getting all that. All right. Okay, so usually spend about 30-40 seconds on each side. Really getting one of the best investments you can get. I actually don't endorse this company. I endorse Squat-ober. I just happen to have one of these, but Squat-ober is my go-to. I'll have one of their guns for my next video, so you can check them out. It's a company I work with. I have their cupper, and they're much better. If you guys look at my other YouTube video, I actually did a comparison. But for today, I needed something quick, and I had this one before I found out about Squat-ober. Just want something to get the job done. All right, now legs feel nice and warm. You created that friction. Put it back, and then lace up your shoes. Now, for me, some people like squatting barefoot, some people like squatting in chucks. Me personally, I like using Olympic lifters. I notice that when I lift in these, or I squat in these specifically, I like the elevated heel. I like the fact that they have straps. I feel like my feet are more supported. I notice that my feet usually remain much flatter in that position. Sometimes when people are in the beginning stages of their squatting journey, they might use plates underneath their heels to help with that feedback. Typically, I like using these Olympic lifters. You can find these on Rogue's website. These are do-rights, really good. I know Nike has a pair, Reebok has a pair as well. And then for squatting sleeves, I like to use Bear Complex, although I will be trying these Proform out. I'll be doing a YouTube video talking about Proform and seeing how I like them. But for now, my last go around, I use Bear Complex. I like them because they're quick. You can just slide them up. They're thick, provide enough support for me. And just keep in mind, you know, I had 2 ACL tears to both legs. So, you know, I need quite a bit of support when I'm actually squatting. So, you know, tie them up tight. And I'm gonna show you guys how to calculate your maxes. For today's workout, I think we're at 67.5%. I'm gonna go ahead and post a picture of the actual workout that they put on the Squatober Sorenex website. You should see it. And that has the rep range as well as the percentages of which we're supposed to hit. I'll show you how I calculate mine in a minute. I'm gonna go off of my last year's max, which was 365. A couple of pro tips when it comes to squatting. Make sure that the bar is set right at your chest level, kind of right at your upper pec. It makes it easier for you to be able to get under it and to re-rack it when you are done, especially as the bar and the weight gets heavier. And another thing too you want to do is to make sure your guard rails are up, as you can see on each side. Typically I like to set them slightly below hip length so that in the event that you fail, you have something that will protect you to catch it so it doesn't just fall straight to the ground. Typically when you have a power rack like this, you want to stay within the power rack when you're doing your squat. Now I'm going to show you how I'm calculating my numbers for what I'm doing today. Okay, so this is your first time. I actually have this 1 rep max estimating chart. So last year, I estimated what my 1 rep max is because everything off of Squatober is based off of your 1 rep max. Now, I'm gonna go off of last year's 1 rep max, which was 365. However, if I didn't know what my 1 rep max is, you could essentially look at how many reps you can do for a corresponding amount of weight and give you an estimate of what your 1 rep max should be, which will help you from a programming perspective to give you what it is that you need. Now, this is coming from the National Strength and Conditioning Association Essentials of Strength and Conditioning book, the book that I'm studying currently to get my CSCS. This chart is very, very helpful for beginners and people who are just trying to get an estimate of what their 1 rep max should be based off of their strength. So what you do is you take whatever this number is, your 1 rep max, multiply it by whatever they give you for Squatober in terms of whatever the amount is, and then from that, you just do the corresponding rep range. All right, guys. All right, y'all. So the total rep range I gotta hit is 8 reps, and we're looking at 246 pounds, which is 67.5% of my 1 rep max. Now, very important, before you do anything, always start off with bar first. So always get your first set in with bar. I say beltless, and that warms you up. Typically, you wanna go maybe 12 reps, 12 to 20. That way you're getting everything firing and you're good to go. Sorry, I got some sweat in my eyes. Let's get it. I like to sit here and stretch. Going for 18 this time. All right, now we're going up 245. Let's get it. So another pro tip, just because your squat max might be something, doesn't mean you should automatically lift it. See how the weight feels. Some days you might have it, some days you might not. So just pay attention to what you're doing. Remember, work the muscle, not the weight. It's not ego lifting. So if you're noticing form's compromised, don't be afraid to drop the weight. Okay, I have 5 sets of 8.
So that's well. I immediately felt heavy. Part of it's probably because I haven't squatted in a while. So I'm actually gonna drop it. Don't be afraid. Take the weight down if you need it. So my max might have changed. Part of it could be because I haven't squatted in a while. And it's okay. We went down to 225. For my last max, I should have been at 245. That's okay though. We'll build it back. If you want to be safe, in quality form. Also bearing in mind, last time I squatted this, I was squatted to a box. This time I'm going free, so it could be a little bit different. 3 reps so far. 5 more. Feels a little better. That feels a lot better. Yeah, that feels a lot better. Now the program calls to rest for 3 minutes. Rest for 3, and then we're back at it. 5 sets. Do not ignore the rest intervals. Using my watch, calculate. So it has been a minute since Squatober. Starting to feel it. We're on set 5 of 8 reps, 67.5%. I had to drop it down a little bit because it needed to feel right for me. Obviously, you don't want to get injured real early. You want to make sure the muscles are working properly, your mechanics properly. Let's get it, final set. Set. Oh. Oh, yeah. Day 1. Definitely feeling it. That was no joke. I didn't think it was going to be as much as I think we did a total of 40 reps. 5 sets of 8 reps. I definitely felt that. Oh, man. Now what I'm going to do is go hit some hamstring curls because you want to counterbalance all this quadricep work you're doing with some hamstring work. So I'm gonna go rep out, maybe 3 sets of 30 hamstring curls. Probably add Nordics in the mix at some point this week. Today, me and I just got back from the High Rocks. Really, this is the only workout I plan on doing today. I plan on doing a full leg day. I wanted to get the Squatober work done. Tomorrow I'm probably gonna hit F45, but I had to give myself a chance to rest. They're all the taxing I put on my body while on Cali. But glad to have gotten day one done. Happy Squatober, everybody. Thank you for rocking with me. Be sure to like, comment, and subscribe to my YouTube channel as I continue to take you on my journey as I build brick by brick from post-COVID, from post-injuries, all the different things that I've gone through. I'm trying to take you on a journey to show you what can be done and also give you what you guys need in terms of content, feedback, and information. So be sure to like, comment, subscribe, check out my other videos. Appreciate you. Peace.